Hard to believe we're already a week away from the deadline to file your taxes. With the IRS understaffed and still behind on 2020 tax returns, it is important to get your taxes filed as soon as possible, hopefully already by now. This Money Monday, our financial expert Paul Hood is here with his expert advice on what to do if you still have not filed. Paul, always great to see you.
Good to see you, Brian.
If someone is in that boat and has waited to the last minute, what should they keep in mind?
Well, you know, unless they're going to owe money, I really think they should exercise some patience and go ahead and file an extension. Brian, you and I have talked before. It's kind of like being on a 6-lane highway, cars going in all different directions, and the chances of you having a wreck are a lot higher. They're elevated. So with them, and then you throw on top that they're understaffed, the backlog that's hitting their computer system. I mean, just think about, you know, when too many people at a ball game get on their phone. It's that kind of backlog. So they're really, I would recommend people go ahead and extend, wait a few days, and then transmit. But you can, you know, and they're built to be able to handle it. With them being understaffed, we're seeing some letters that have come back from the IRS that just didn't make sense, and that we made adjustment to your return, and the numbers don't make sense. So I would tell people to extend.
If someone is adamant about filing in the next week, any benefit to hiring a professional versus doing it yourself?
Well, most professionals, if you went in today, are going to say, no, we're going to extend. They can't do it. So if it's a simple return, go ahead and do it yourself. Maybe you can find a professional that has a little bit of time. It'll be tough.
Your office is too busy for last minute. Yes, okay. A couple of viewer questions came in this week. Let's jump right in. Dana says, I host several charity events out of my business. Is there anything I need to be careful about as it reflects on my taxes? Is there a certain point where I should consider starting a nonprofit?
Well, this question's a little confusing because I'm not sure what she says. So the point of a nonprofit is to be able to raise outside funds, and that person that donates the money to get a charitable donation. Yeah, you don't pay taxes if the charity doesn't pay taxes if they have a profit, but the main purpose is to allow people to get a tax deduction for the money that they give. So unless she's soliciting outside money, she's okay doing what she's doing right now. She needs to determine whether it's a business expense, because a lot of businesses will say, well, come and work out at our gym and we'll send $1 for every month that you're here, send that to the charity. So she needs to determine whether that's a for-profit, is their intent to generate business, or to raise money for a charity.
All right. Claude also wrote in this week saying, along with tithing, I also give $100 a month to a bishop at the church, you know, just to help out. Now he wants to know if he can include that $100 as a tithe on his taxes.
So unfortunately, no, because unless the bishop has his own nonprofit, no, that's just a gift. And gifts aren't deductible. They're not taxable to the recipient, not deductible to the person that gives it. So to be deductible, the church or the charity has to be recognized under Code Section 500 of the Internal Revenue Code as a charity that's able to receive donations, and then you can get a tax deduction for it. Just giving it to an individual, while that feels good, and it's probably a good thing to do, no. Same thing with a guy on the corner that has a sign, you know, haven't eaten in months, you know, whatever, and give us money. That's not a donation deduction.
Versus donating to the Goodwill, which is.
That's exactly right.
All right, Paul, good stuff today. Always good to see you. You're looking sharp today. You have a financial question you'd like us to talk about next Monday, just like these folks did. You can send in your question right now to moneymonday@griffin.news, and we're back on the other side.